I'm German, or half German. I'm also half Korean. One of these I'm never asked about on a day-to-day basis. Guess which one? It's the German. I'm sorry that no personality traits could possibly cancel out the fact that some of my ancestors came from a different continent than yours. I should probably go since the only interesting fact about me has been revealed. I can't possibly know anything more interesting than this. Am I over-exaggerating? I don't think so, since that's the only thing I'm ever asked about. But just since everyone knows better than I do, just go ahead, assume my ethnicity. All Asians from all 3 Asian countries that people know about and count as part of Asia look the same. That's a fact. Okay, maybe I'm being a little overdramatic. I know that due to a lack of representation in the media, a lot of Asian countries aren't well known or mentioned by anybody, so I can't fault any one person for that. But discrimination against Asian people is a real thing that isn't acknowledged as much as discrimination against other races, to the point that some social justice warriors on the internet claim that it doesn't exist. But it exists just as much as the not acknowledged by the media Asian countries do. Racism, as defined by the Oxford Dictionary, is prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against someone of a different race based on the belief that one's own race is superior. This explains why stereotypes are a form of racism. They put people down just for having skin. Sure, Asian stereotypes aren't as bad as some, being things like Asians are smart or Asians work hard. Yeah, they could definitely be worse, but they push unrealistic expectations or certain traits onto Asian children. It's true, I work hard, and I don't appreciate getting bad grades, but I also enjoy activities like dance, art, theater, and literature, all of which aren't generally considered Asian. Or whenever I express enjoyment for subjects like math, I get told it's because I'm Asian, and therefore should like subjects other kids don't, even though I know plenty of people of different races who like math and aren't ridiculed for it. Just because I'm Korean doesn't mean my interests can be brushed off like they have been in the past. Events like these make me feel isolated, like I'm an entirely different species. In reality, half of my ancestors are from a different continent than theirs are. So whenever someone asks me, "What are you?" in that distinct tone of voice, I feel further separated from my friends, my classmates, just because my ancestry is different. I know that most people aren't trying to make me feel bad. They're just curious because they grew up in a country where white people are the majority. And me and my friends, we look different. We're exotic. You can't blame kids for being curious, but sometimes you run into people who are just unapologetically racist, and that feels really hard to forgive sometimes. The other day, someone told my Malaysian friend and I that it was better to be white than Asian, right after saying that their father would want me, a US citizen, deported. Then they proceeded to excuse themselves because they're from the South. This person believed that they, as a 100% white person, was superior to me and my friend because we're not 100% white, unlike most of the people where I live. Racism is something every person of color has to experience, whether it's the corners of eyes being pulled up or being denied the right to work somewhere because of their skin color. So if you want to help prevent just this kind of discrimination, just the tiniest bit, here are some things you can do. When asking someone their ethnicity, don't assume. Don't ask if they're Chinese or if they're Indian, because it feels like you're saying all Asians look the same. And you're most likely going to be wrong. There are 48 countries in Asia. And if you really do need to ask, don't ask like it's a huge secret. Ask like you ask someone their name or their age. Don't forget that we have feelings and don't appreciate our interests being brushed off. Don't treat us like some sort of exotic pet that you can make fun of to your amusement. Don't label us according to what we look like. Don't believe all the stereotypes that have been made up and are said everywhere. Don't say that someone's ethnicity is fake or that they're making it up. Don't claim to be part of our culture and then just accept the enjoyable parts and completely ignore the not as enjoyable parts. When people are being racist, call them out. Don't say you know a language, then go ching chong. Stop saying all Asians look the same. Accept the fact that we are just as large and diverse as any other race. We do not fit into the tiny box society has left for us.